finishing up some promotional stuff, dropping my stream everywhere. I'm gonna get started in a second. On the matchup chart for today. Decided to do this because I'm bored and I want to put stuff on the YouTube channel. For watching this in post high. The chart's gonna be divided by even, and then the matchup going in favor, and in my favor on the right side, and then not in my favor on the left side. So it won't go in my favor here. Will be in my favor here. There's only a few cases where matchups will actually be in like the 6.5 or 3.5 area, but that's usually because of some fucking tools that just completely counter Honda. I'm gonna go and preface this stream and VOD video and say that anytime there's a fireball on the screen, it absolutely kills Honda because he's over reliant on headbutt, forward heavy kick, and yeah, he's moving forward, and he also needs charge at the same time. Against most fireball characters, actually against all fireball characters, he'll be trying to get space, and anytime there's a fireball on the screen, it kills any sort of ground control that Honda would have. So yeah, I think I got everything. Alright, what's up, Space Boy? I saw you were playing Honda. Someone told me. So you can go put some input on this. Alright. Abigail. Let's start off with Abigail. Abigail has a parry. 3-frame parry. And it fucks up butt slam just a little bit. His punishes on the headbutts aren't as good. He doesn't really get a punish off of a light headbutt, which is something that some characters can get. And usually he's going to be the one walking Honda down. There are some cases where with a life lead Honda, with a large life lead, Abigail will start walking backwards, or at least playing a little bit more turtly. But for the most part, I would say that Abigail Honda is 4.5 in Abigail's favor. For the fact that butt slam can be shut down with a V skill. Butt slam's not a huge tool. Abigail's anti-airs are pretty weak, but against characters that really only have like a crouch fierce anti-air, stare and jab anti-airs like Bison, like G. Butt slam usually does really well against these characters, but having the parry kind of completely shuts down a special move and also builds V meter for Abigail. I don't like to mention that, but the health Abigail has is pretty large. He can kind of interrupt hands pressure pretty well, I would say. With his jabs, they go pretty far, very far. And his runs can armor headbutts, so it's not like this matchup's impossible. If Abigail had some sort of fireball, this would be an absolutely fucked matchup, but it's just for the fact all these little things add up, but also not really because they're you can play around them. So I would put him in the 5.5 category. Next is Alex. Alex, in this matchup, Honda's going to be doing a lot of the zoning. It's going to be an uphill battle for Alex. Honda, when he's kind of dynamic. He's a grappler when he needs to be a grappler, and he's a zoner when he needs to be a zoner. If the character, I've said this, if the character has a fireball, Honda's going to be usually getting in. And if the character doesn't have a fireball, it's usually extremely fucking rough for the character to get in. Because one headbutt can lead to a knockdown into a little bit of a mix. Not really. Honda's Oki situation after headbutts isn't really too good. It's kind of a guess or a mind game. If you quick rise, Honda can only do one dash. But if you back row, Honda has to do 2 dashes to be next to you. What's up, Oliver? Holy shit. Holy shit. I should put this in the Honda Discord. Chill your stream. Doing Honda matchup chart. Alright. Olivo, not Oliver. But yeah, Alex's tools to get in against Honda aren't really that good either. He has the elbow, he has the flash chop. Those are alright. But his other special moves, the jump grab, not the slam. How would you call it? Kind of like the foot stomp, that big stomp. They're not really good because Honda is going to be down backing a lot. Yeah, stomp. Honda's going to be down backing a lot, and that's just Another reason for him to use the headbutt anti-air and get 180 damage. This is not a matchup that's in Alex's favor. A lot of his special moves put him in a minus situation as well, and that will just let us get chip damage and command grab mix as well. So I would say this is in Honda's favor. 6-4. Blanca, it's not really much to say about Blanca. Blanca kind of just does what Honda does, but slightly better, I would say. He's a little bit faster on the ground. He has, I would say, better buffers, better pressure. His V trigger is really fucked up. His mobility is also crazy as well. I would say that Blanca would be the more aggressive variant of Honda if you're looking for that kind of gameplay. But he kind of just does what Honda does, but a little bit better. He has a little bit of a different take on the, I don't know what kind of archetype I would consider this. Balrog, Blanca, and Honda are kind of the same, where they don't have a fireball, but their own body is kind of a fireball. They're also all charged as well. I put him, it's Blanca. Honda's going to be doing most of the zoning in this matchup, but Blanca has so many tools to get in. Not only to mention he has the EX up wall to mess with the butt slams, and his coward crouch. His coward crouch negates butt slam as well. So I would just put this in 5.5. Vega. I thought about this. This is weird. One big thing in this matchup is that Vega does not get a good punish. Vega's going to be not get a good punish on the headbutts. Vega is usually going to be in claw form the entire matchup because he needs to be poking a lot from a very far range. Honda, I don't know, the way the matchup gets played is really dynamic because a slight life lead will make the other character turtle really hard. I would actually say this would be even if it wasn't for the fact of his V skill. His V skill negates butt slam. His V skill kind of negates hands pressure. His V skill is really good and really evasive for Honda's kind of pressure because Honda has really bad option selects for a V shift. His V skill is almost like a V shift without meter. It's like a very slow invincible backdash with the follow up, and OSing this is really hard. And if you even do get an OS, you only get maybe like a little bit of hands chip or like a little bit of a hands hit. Not too good. And also his heel ball, the wall dive, that's really hard for Honda to deal with as well. Yeah, I would say this is probably 4.5 out of the favor. Have I tried crouch light punch, crouch heavy punch, OS on Vega? Nope. All right. That OS is good and all, but it kind of kills the chip, if you know what I mean. Because that OS is not guaranteed. It kind of kills the chip that we would usually get on knockdowns. It's just another thing to worry about, and that just makes hands pressure like less guaranteed and hand chip like a lot less guaranteed for Honda, which sucks. Because a big part of Honda's game plan isn't necessarily getting in, at least in this matchup. It's trying to get the chip damage. Yeah. I mean, I should probably like employ that option select more, to be honest. Alright, Birdie. I don't know much about this matchup, to be honest. He has that what's it? I don't even know what it's called. The bullhorn? Not the bullhorn. Yeah. I'll look and talk about this. Like, I don't have much experience with Birdie. Only guy I know to play against is Magnegro on my coast, and fuck, I got fucked up. Zonk, yeah. I don't know what the move's called, but it's like a zonk input. Yeah. That fucks with hands. His jabs are really good too. His jabs can fuck up hands pressure. His bullhorns are good too. If he does bullhorn, you can't really get a big punish on it. Honda's punishes at range are pretty bad. If you're like -8 at like a specific range or -7, you can't even get like a sweep punish. You can't get like a knockdown punish. You can only get like light hands. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's the can as well. Yeah, overall, like his V skills kind of fuck over Honda. Oh shit, I should probably move this Move the Shroomer up. The chat's gonna be on the bottom. What speed is this super? I'm not sure. Honda super is 8 frames. Birdie's, it's beyond me. I'll put Birdie here. Consensus seems to be that just slightly in Birdie's favor. Rog, alright, this is the first 4-6. Rog, you're playing by the beat of Rog's drum. This is gonna be kind of cancerous to play. As you can kind of already assume, it's just going to be dash punches and headbutts all over the board. Something really huge in this matchup is that Honda can't really get V-Skill 2 charges up, and Balrog can really easily get his V-Skill 2 charged up. Dude, I'm going in order. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, Rog wins this. Honda's punish for a misspaced dash punch is extremely difficult. His 4-frame light kicks don't go as far. Honda is usually trying to get in. In this matchup. That's what I think. I don't know. It's weird. A lot of Balrog players think Honda wins this, and Honda players think Balrog wins this. It's just like on the ground. Misspaced headbutts count a lot. A misspaced dash punch from Balrog won't count as much because the punishes are pretty hard to get. We can't get V-Skill charges up as easily, and then once he gets V-Skill charges up, the match kind of becomes turned in his favor. He'll be plus in our face instantly. He has a really good answer to butt slam if he times his stand medium punches correctly. Stuff him. On knockdown situations, Rog also gets the best of the Oki. We usually have to kind of guess on our wake-ups, and yeah. I don't know, he's kind of... it's hard to explain, but Rog is setting the pace for the match. It's very hard to explain. That's what I think. I just think he does what Honda does, but better. He also has the better Street Fighter V mix. Honda kind of has a hard time doing that. He does his own thing. He does it alright, but Balrog does it better. If you shift into the leg kick upper. Mid-screen? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that. Alright, well shit, I guess, yeah, he stays here. Butt slam is out the... out the fucking game. And then it's just, leg kick upper into V-skill charge, and then Rog zoning with a plus on block headbutt, essentially. That's messed up. That's fucked up. Cody goes here. Fireball, that's very notable. Cody's fireball is kind of shit, but if the fireball is out at specific ranges and you try to clap V-skill, we are going to be using clap V-skill in this matchup. If you try to clap V-skill at certain ranges, Cody can do a ruffian kick to stuff the clap and whatever follow-up we will do. If we really want to have a hard counter to the ruffian kick, I would say we use EX headbutt. Yeah, Cody's fireball is different speeds. I mean, the fireball itself kind of sucks. Like, it goes slow, but like, yeah, it goes slow, but the fireball is like, the frames on the fireball kind of sucks. V-skill 1 sucks against zoners. I mean, we use it. The primary usage for V-skill 1 is to negate a little bit of fireballs. Having a little bit less fireballs on the screen for Honda is pretty good, I would say. The less fireballs on the screen, the better. And if we're like at full screen, they throw a bad fireball, we get a little bit of V-meter. It's not like a free answer to fireballs. The balancing team was good about about how to go about fireball punishes at farther ranges. V-skill 1 anti-fireball tool. It works better as a potent than an anti-fireball tool. I mean, it's good on block. I'll replace V-skill 1 with my stand heavy punch muties, and I'll put a little bit of V-meter on block with that. But as I was saying, the balancing team was really good about what moves at what ranges would be good with fireballs. A lot of characters at a farther range will have a fireball counter, but it won't be able to like hard counter the fireball. It's more of a passive answer than an actual counter. Like, for example, Cammy's EX drill, that's a hard counter, but you have to spend meter for that. Honda's EX headbutt, that's a hard counter, but you have to spend meter for that. Stuff like Honda clap and Bison V skill 1. They don't necessarily counter the fireballs. It negates the fireballs. Almost like a full screen parry. It was a really passive answer, and I really liked the answer. But yeah, I mean, V meter gain in this matchup is pretty good for Honda. If a fireball's on the screen, you clap it. That's like pretty big for Honda. Crime sway, like fuck, that completely counters butt slam. Free. The V trigger 2 as well. It completely messes with Honda because once a rock's on the screen, it can't do any headbutts or anything. Command grab messes with them as well. What else? Yeah, I mean, fireballs on the screen, and then also, not only to mention the hard counter to butt slam. That's like the simple answer to this. That's why it's 4-6. Cammy, holy shit, guys. Cammy has a bad matchup. Let me tell you, Cammy's worst matchup in the game, 5.5 out of her favor. That's crazy, right? Holy shit. We gotta buff Cammy, dude. This is unacceptable. All matchups should be 5-5 or better for her. But yeah, Honda's gonna be turtling most of the matchups. Yeah, Honda's gonna be turtling most of the matchups. Cammy doesn't really have the best punish on the medium punch headbutt. It only gets really a crouch medium kick into drill. It does good corner carry, but doesn't do much damage. Can't punish -4 headbutt without super right. Yeah, if it's misspaced, obviously a lot of characters can, but I think I might have to check the frames again. I'm pretty sure I've been punished with a super before on -4 headbutts. But Honda's going to be turtling most of the game, and then Cammy has to get in. And what really fucks up Cammy the most in this matchup is probably the fact that the down back is just so powerful from Honda. You know, that kind of messes with their dive kick mix because we really only have to pay attention to the ground that's in front of us a little bit. Then shift over to a medium punch poke mode, and then if she's in the air, we just, react EX headbutt if she does dive kick, and if not, we just do regular headbutt. She doesn't have a hard counter to his yeah, I was about to mention that. The health difference is also huge. He can tank obviously Cammy doesn't really have a hard counter to butt slam. Like if she's on point, she can anti-air every single EX butt slam. But yeah, and the health too. The health difference is huge because Cammy can't really tank a lot of headbutts. The mix is strong because it'll be like a headbutt into command grab. That's 300 damage, and that's Cammy's gonna be playing hella catch up after that, and that would just let us turtle even harder. We can take the throws pretty well in this matchup. One good thing Cammy has in this matchup is her V reversal. On block, it completely fucks with hands, so our hands pressure is kind of rip, but we can still get off a little bit of stuff. And to be honest, just the way the matchup is played, just completely messes with Cammy's gameplay style. And this goes for a lot of characters too that kind of play like Cammy. I wouldn't necessarily say Karen, but Karen does the same thing a little bit. Lucia, characters with that kind of style, Karen, like Cammy, Lucia would really fuck over, get fucked over by Honda's main game plan, which is just turtle and turtle and turtle and turtle. So yeah. Chun-Li, put that there. I think me and Olivo will agree about this. Fucking hell. So there's a fireball. She has not a hard counter to butt slams, but if she's down backing, she can counter the butt slams with bird kick. 3.5? Nah. I would say 4-6. I feel like this matchup is this matchup is definitely like how do you put it? It's workable. I feel like against a good chunk player, obviously it's hell. But the clap V skill is really helpful against the fireballs because she can really only start to punish the V skill claps if she has super, and that's when she can start hucking out those fireballs and everything. We have we can definitely play health lead in this matchup. It's a little bit harder because she can just throw a fireball and run behind it, but to like push a little bit of a mix. But we can kind of play health leads in this matchup. Yeah, I feel like V skill 1, like at certain ranges, she can't really punish it. Like a lot of Chun-Li's will try to do like fireball into EX kicks to try to like get the recovery of the V skill clap, but then I'll just cancel into V skill hands. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it's 3.5. A 3.5 matchup for Honda is like bang, which I'm gonna get to in a second. But yeah, the main thing really is like if a fireball's on the screen, Hana kind of gets fucked over by it, and then she can medium punch headbutt is -7. Yeah. So trying to kind of trying to also not to mention her buttons will shut the fuck up. Not Chick Thief. Um, her buttons just also outpoke Honda as well. Like a good button, would be good button for Honda would be forward heavy kick, but all her buttons kind of not only outspeed but outrange forward heavy kick. Landing a forward heavy kick is crucial, especially getting a crush, but yeah, not from the air either. Stand light kick used to be hell. I feel like, but back heavy kick is a not only a good answer for jump ins, but also butt slam. If the Chun Li player's on point, I've played players like Chun Nation, Demon EX, DDM, etc. They'll always back heavy kick every single jump in. Yeah, I feel like without V skill 1, this is 3.5. But with V skill 1, same with Cody. If V skill 1 is not in the question, it is 3.5, but I should probably preface a lot of the matchups with the V skill that should be used. I don't think any matchup except for maybe Abigail. I don't really run it, or maybe Boxer. You'd use V Trigger 2, but I don't really even like V Trigger 2 that much. Alright, Sim. Sim. 6'4". Use V skill 2 in this matchup. Sim doesn't really get a good punish on headbutts. And if Honda gets the health lead, which is very easy for Honda to get the health lead in this matchup, a headbutt clipping an extended normal, you know, fucking Dalsum has to try to get in. Yeah, Dalsum has to try to get in after that. It might be one of these two, but I would say 6'4". Yeah, butt slam, is he gonna beat Art? No, I haven't beaten him yet. You say V skill 1 of this matchup. I mean, Art's the best Dawson player on the coast. You know, regardless of how hard I would kick Idom's ass, if he was slightly worse. This is a poison matchup. I still lose to Idom when he's playing poison. Makes me feel bad. Yeah, the only problem I have with that is that if the sim player is smart, they won't really throw out those full screen buffers like that. That's a buff I've been wanting for stand medium kickers to have more active frames. Last season I was either saying that I wanted 4 active frames and it'll be 6 frame startup, or have be a 5 frame normal. Yeah, I mean when stand medium kick works, it's pretty good, but like it doesn't work a lot of the time. You would think it'd be a good buffer, but it's just a 5 frame button. As I was saying, Dalsum butt slam is really good in this matchup because if Dalsum's doing the float at certain ranges, you can butt slam him out of the air, and if he teleports out, he will no one really gets hurt. There's I think Dalsum can counter butt slam with the slides. However, you don't really need to be doing butt slam like that because they're gonna be kind of just getting in hits than playing runaway the whole game. It's really easy to get a life lead and then just play turtley the whole time, because Dalsum will have to spend meter to get in, or do like a really, really unsafe fireball to teleport, and that never works. You like kick slams so they slide into it. Yo, okay, so yesterday I was playing on ranked, and there was this like Bison player. Like I don't know, like if he was having a bad day or something, but like he started teabagging me. So then like I started pressing crouch jab repeatedly. I just kept doing crouch jab, and then eventually after like 10 seconds of crouch jab, I did light kick butt slam, and he slid right into it and got a hit. It was so fucking funny. I have to find the clip later. That shit was so fucking funny. I'm taking a game. Yeah, I'm taking a game, but not the set. I mean, Art's just good. That's just the problem. I don't think I have that much experience against Dalsum, or at least the amount of experience that I should have, but Uh, it's a matchup that's uh very freeform. All right, Ed. Ed has a fireball, therefore the matchup is bad. He has a pretty good punish on butt slams. EX butt slam gets negated by EX upper. He gets Oki off the EX upper as well. He can react to headbutts very easily with EX upper. Actually, if they're on point, they'll do it, and it makes me feel sad. The fireball isn't that good. You can EX headbutt through it, but not having meter in this matchup kind of sucks. A lot of your meter will be spent for going through EX fireballs. I would say, yeah. The only thing that would actually like kill Honda is if like Ed had like Chun-Li range. But like his fireball isn't that good, and his range is just around where Honda's is, so it's kind of just you're playing the matchup without specials. Yeah. I mean, like, it's not impossible. Like, obviously, an Ed player is not going to be reacting to all light headbutts. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Like, having good reactions in this game doesn't let you react to everything. It only allows you to react to like some stuff sometimes. Like Punk is really good at whiff punishing, but he's if you're good at whiff punishing, that allows you to whiff punish sometimes, not all the time. Yeah. I would actually say to use V skill 2 in this matchup because there are some Eds that give me problems without throwing fireballs. Sub Zonk Muscle, sup? What up? Oh boy, yeah, but I would say Ed's tools kind of delete Hondas, but like not to the point where it'd be like Fang, which segue. I don't even need to talk about this shit. A lot of you already know. Um, all of Fang's special moves delete all of Honda's special moves. Very little risk to putting them out. Not only that, all his normals will completely fuck over Honda's normals. You can't butt slam. He has a counter crouch to deal with the butt slam. You can't headbutt. He has the poison cloud, and he has the double air fireball thing, where he throws 2 fireballs. Last patch, there was an adjustment to Fang's Cloud where you could clap. You could not press light punch after hands. Yup. His pressure completely fucks over Honda's because he can kind of pressure you at ranges where stand light kick will whiff and he can just keep doing repeated pressure. So you have to spend meter on V shift and V reversal. So no armor headbutt in this matchup basically. Last patch there was an adjustment to Fang's Cloud where the box, one of the boxes for either hitbox or hurtbox or a collision box or something was extended upwards, allowing us to clap it. So we have a little bit of an easier time, but they just have to play a little bit smart with their clouds, and then, clouds up, I can't headbutt, can't do anything. They can dash and start doing crouch medium kick, roll pressure, and all that. Yup. Frame-wise, Fang beats Honda, and then spacing-wise, Fang beats Honda. Special move-wise, Fang beats Honda. Button-wise, Fang beats Honda. Only thing Honda wins in is sheer damage. Fang's damage output kind of sucks, but it kind of gets covered up for the fact that Fang is usually putting on hella white life, and always having a little bit of gray health on you at all times. Damage doesn't matter when you're continually getting mixed. That's basically what I'm trying to say. All right, Falk. Yeah. There's no risk. Falk's fireball sucks. The difference between Ed and Falk is that Honda can actually zone Falk in this matchup. I would say there's no risk throwing out a medium punch headbutt because their only punish is a crouch medium kick, and the risk reward for throwing them out is heavily skewed in Honda's favor. And if she really wants to have a hard punish for the medium headbutts, she would do spend an EX meter. She could hard counter the medium punch headbutts, but she'd have to spend a meter and she won't get Oki like Ed does. Oliver mentioned that you can muti Falk with butt slam. Yeah. Oh, I also didn't mention. You can't really OS. You can't do the delay DP OS against Ed. Our buttons are the recovery on our jabs is just too much for us to get an effective OS like that. Same thing with Falk, I'm pretty sure. So there isn't really like a guaranteed option on wake up, but meaty butt slam works. Butt slam against her regular anti-air, her 2-button uppercut thing. I don't know what it's called. Wiener Schnitzel or whatever the fuck it's called. It's really bad against butt slam unless she spends a meter, and it'll trade most of the time, so you can kind of just do it. Falk's not really too good with dealing with Honda's pressure. Not only that, she has like 950 or 975 health, and that just gives us a huge health lead, so we can play turtly, and make her walk in. Double punches, yeah. I don't know what it's called. Scoops Haagen-Dazs. Psycho Schnitzel. I don't know. Alright, G. This is a 6-4 matchup for us. G's fireball is really ass. So we're gonna be zoning a lot in this matchup. G can't really zone unless he gets he gets level 3 presidentiality up, and that's really hard considering that the main move that gets used in this matchup is headbutt. And headbutt leads to a knockdown, therefore leading to a level down. V skill 2 would be good in this matchup for G. Except for the fact that it's still hard to kind of do a V skill. G has to like spend meter in this matchup if he wants to get levels up. And he can't keep doing that, you know. You only build meters so fast. You can do EX Fireball to level up, and that's still like a little bit unsafe in some contexts. He doesn't have a hard counter to butt slam. Doesn't have a hard counter to headbutt. You can't punish the medium punch headbutt. Pretty alright. But for the most part, like all the tools kind of just get countered by Honda, I would say. I wouldn't call it a 6.5. Alright. But I would say that it's not a matchup you want to be playing as G. Akuma? Holy shit. Fuck this character. Fuck this character. Speaking of Casino V-Trigger 1, I think Akuma has a Casino V-Trigger 1 as well. Akuma has fireballs, therefore the matchup's bad. Akuma has a really good punish against the medium punch headbutt. Huge corner carry. I wouldn't say that Honda can really take throws in this matchup, because after Akuma throws him, he can kind of just like lay low for a bit and react for a fireball. But if Akuma mixes up his fireball game with the medium punch and heavy punch red fireballs and the regular fireballs, it kind of fucks Honda up. Air fireball completely fucks with Honda's anti-air as well. The dive kick messes with his headbutt anti-air, but also having the air fireball can also stuff his regular headbutt anti-air. He has to spend meter if he wants to react to the air fireball, which is messed up. Akuma is not the easiest to beat, bro. Not at all. I would say that Dan is, but Dan doesn't really count. Oh, Demon Flip also kind of, I wouldn't say it messes with Honda, but you can definitely get caught off guard by Demon Flip throws. Like, anti-airing Akuma is really hard in this fucking matchup. His ground game is pretty alright. A knockdown from Akuma is a lot more scary than a knockdown from Honda. The damage, like the health damage mix from Honda would make it 4 point. This matchup would be here if it wasn't for the fact that that Akuma had parry. Parry completely eliminates butt slam. It's a hard match. It's probably, I actually kind of agree with you. Akuma is probably the easiest Shoto to fight for Honda, but still it's not in his favor. Just because of all the tools he has. Guile. Oh boy. I have a gripe with this card. I don't even know, man. Guile does feels 3.5 to me. I'm not sure where to put Guile. I have like a personal struggle with this character. Alright, yeah, alright. That makes me feel a little bit better. Guile's Fireball is so good. You can't react to it with V-Skill 1. Like, sometimes I use V-Skill 2 in this matchup just because I feel like V-Skill 1's so useless. His V-Skill 1 is a double-hitting Fireball. That shit fucks Honda up. And Butt Slam also gets kind of deleted. Like, if you catch Guile walking back a little bit, you know, you can do a Butt Slam and just get a little bit of corner carry and positioning and pressure. But even then, you know, Guile's just going to be down back, Sonic Boom, down back, Sonic Boom, down back, Flash Kick. It's so hard for Honda to deal with. And yeah, not only that, but I've tested this. Guile's Fireball is so good that even if Honda tries to armor through, he has to have on-point reactions to go through Guile's Fireball and still hit him. It just recovers too fast. His view reversal is pretty alright to deal with hands pressure as well. Is the EX Flash Kick. Any momentum that Honda could get can just be completely obliterated like immediately. Ibuki. This one I don't know. I haven't played any good Ibukis except for Shine. Shine fucks me up, but that's just because of the skill gap. I would 5.5 Ibuki. Kunai's kind of fuck up Honda, but it's not necessarily a fire. Oop, it's not necessarily a fireball. She kind of outpokes Honda a little bit. She has an alright punish in the mid-spaced light headbutts. It's hard to anti-air too. Yeah, that's how I know. That's how I know I don't fight Ibuki enough. I'm just gonna let you call this one. V-Skill 2, like... I don't fight any Ibukis that use V-Skill 2. I'm gonna let you call this one. You say 5.5. Yeah. I'll keep it at that. Jury. Which one? 5.5 or... I mean, 4.5 or 4. I would say 4.5. The only thing that's leading it not to be 4.6 is the fact that she can't really punish medium punch headbutt without meter properly. She only gets like a poke for a punish. So then during the beginning of rounds, Honda can easily like score damage. I mean, yeah, we can't really use clap in this matchup. Doesn't fucking hit proper. We can't go over fireballs either with butt slam. I mean, headbutt. If you really think about it, like once she gets a fireball up, she kind of controls the matchup. And she can repeatedly do that. I mean, Jury could be even. I was thinking about it earlier before I was doing this. Like, Jury's punishes, like, the damage, like, can kind of warrant, like, Honda playing a little bit risky for damage. Her damage output can kind of warrant, like, Honda playing a little nutty. Yeah, I play V-Skill 2 here as well. There's no reason for clap. The clap doesn't work against the fireballs, sadly. Lots of fireballs on the screen. Yeah, I would say that as well. Her stand medium kick kind of fucks with Honda as well. Yeah. Her backdash is also pretty good against the Ant's pressure. I would just say her toolkit kind of beats Honda's a little bit. Although it's even, she can just play like mad evasive. If she's played perfectly, I think it's hard for Honda to win. Because at the end of the day, Honda's gonna have to spend meter to go through her fireballs, and she's getting off fireballs more than we're getting off headbutts. So it's just a slight uphill battle for Honda to deal with. But it's not like anything too hard. Honestly, it's Honda's best 4.5 matchup, I would say. Ken, last season it was 4.6. This season it might be 3.5. You see what they did to fucking his shit? His heavy DP? His heavy DP punishes all forward heavy kicks. His EX DP V-Trigger 1 punishes all light headbutts. That's fucking crazy. And then also he's a fireball character. His fireball isn't as good as Ryu's, but like, it's a fireball nonetheless. A couple frames on the fireball is going to let us react with the EX butt slam, but a couple frames on the fireball is going to let us jump in any easier. His V-reversal is so good too, like holy shit. Even if I'm trying to react to his V-reversal with, if I have like V-trigger up and I'm doing hands pressure, if I try to react to his V-reversal, sometimes I don't even like react in time. Oh yeah, that is true. Honda's jump arc is trash. Yeah, I don't know. We can leave Ken here. It's just the fact he has a fireball. He has a DP, which is a counter to butt slam. His V-reversal is crazy. And his new punishes on some of the shit that Honda has is just terrible. Imagine being able to punish all forward heavy kicks. That's like Sakura tier. Stand light kick. You can punish it with a heavy DP. I don't know. Yeah, you can. You switch up to fireballs. Because the DP just kind of goes lateral. It has so much lateral range. Kage. It's our favor. I feel like we forgot about Kage when we were talking Shotos. Like, well, this is the only Shoto matchup where we're turtling. We definitely forgot about Kage. But Kage is a really weird kiss. He has all the classic counters to butt slam and everything, but his counter to beam punch headbutt is so trash. He only gets a heavy DP. His fireball game, his fireball is essentially a poke in this matchup. His red fireball. I don't see it being used as like a fireball. That would be. Hana can armor through a lot of the shit too. I'll put it here for you. I don't know. V-skill 1 kind of fucks up Honda, but if you're just aware of like what's going on in the V-skills that are being spammed, you can kind of just neutral jump it. I haven't really had trouble with Kage, to be honest. A really good Kage. I mean, yeah, it is my list, but I also don't want this list to be wrong, too. I want to post a list that isn't, like, bad. And I want to start, like, putting Dan, like, here and Rose here. Like, this is not the fucking... It's trying to be legit here. We're putting this on YouTube. People are gonna listen to my reasoning and start screaming at the screen. Like, holy shit, you're wrong. You're so wrong. Like, fuck. Kage's range also gets fucked by Honda as well. Stand medium punch is just the guide button against Kage, along with forward heavy kick. V reversal kind of fucks with Kage as well. V shift. You're not really using the V trigger in this matchup. There's also the health lead that you can play as Honda. I would actually put it here. No. Just the sheer fact that the fireball works sometimes. Hey, Chobo. It's just the shit works sometimes. To make me believe that I put it here. But sometimes isn't most of the time. Therefore, I will put it here. I'm not going to question it any further. Colleen, fuck this character. Perry. Oh my god. Perry fucks with butt slam. Or stand light kick. Punishes almost all light kick headbutts. I mean, light punch headbutts. Her footsies are really good against Honda as well. Like, really good. That parry just messes with Honda so much because you can like throw it out during hands pressure and completely like fuck with all momentum gained. Like Colleen doesn't have a traditional fireball. I would consider her fireball to be more of a hail than a fireball. So it's not that her fireball or like hail would fuck up Honda necessarily, but it's just everything else about her kit still fucks with Honda. If Colleen didn't have that parry, I would call this maybe like a 4.5 or a 5.5. But it's just the sheer fact of that parry completely fucks with how I have to approach sometimes. Karen? Yeah. Yeah, I think we win this one pretty free. There's no context to where Karen actually scares me. Nothing. I will take the throws mid-screen and get put back to my... Yeah, Karen's free. We'll take the throws mid-screen. We'll get put back to our natural habitat of the down back. She has to walk in and out so hard. We can just walk back. Obviously, we have to watch our toes a little bit, but if we're good about watching our toes, this is free. Just headbutt. And then, not only that, her health is so bad. It's just that. She's just Cammy with the dive kick. That's all I have to say about her. She's just Cammy with the dive kick. The dive kick is what literally like brings Cammy to the 5.5. But her not having the dive kick, like holy shit. We can armor through a lot of her shit too. Like, we can butt slam for free. Like obviously when she has meter, she can like hard counter the butt slam. But like even then, she has to have meter. She has to spend meter for that. Our hands pressure fucks with her pretty good as well. We can kind of just do it in neutral. I will usually do a Kara stomp hands against her. That shit works free. Laura. Alright, fuck that character. Oh my god. Once a thunderclap's on the screen, the matchup becomes 10-0. And so the whole matchup is just trying to prevent her from meeting a thunderclap on the screen while also still zoning her. It's so weird. This matchup is like so weird. I need more experience with it. OG on fucks me up when we play. Like I've shifted to using clap in this matchup, but like even if I clap the fireball, she'll sometimes just jump over. And if she gets a 2-hit like thunderclap on, I'm not gonna spend a fucking meter for clap into EX headbutt. Because the chance of me actually hitting that headbutt is just so low. It's so low. Trades for clap are in our favor. I mean, yeah, our defense in this matchup is awful. Like, it's actually like Blundertown if he gets near us, which sucks. I think I need more matchup in this. I need more experience in this matchup, to be honest. But like, if the lower player knows that we're looking for like a clap trade, she can just kind of like back up and press crouch fierce and then get a knockdown, and then it's Blundertown all over again. Our defense against her pressure's abysmal. Our poison is also free. We can just establish that she has no good punish for medium punch headbutt, only when she's standing, and that punish doesn't even knock down. We're turtling the whole time. She's the one that's supposed to be turtling in almost all matchups, but the way headbutt works, it will completely clash with the whip in our favor. We get a knockdown, and if the whip hits, she really only gets a hit. Yeah. There's literally nothing else to say about this. We're turtling against the character that's supposed to be turtling, which completely fucks over poison because Honda has a slight. Honda's supposed to be turtling, but like he can move in if he needs to. Poison just can't do that. She has EX whip, and we can just view reversal that shit. Just her design just doesn't work against Honda. Simona would be here too. Unstable, yeah. Listen, if you want to know if the matchup is good or not, just look to see if that character has a fireball. that he's playing against. And that'll tell you all you need to fucking know. Yeah, literally. You know, in Super Turbo, if fireballs didn't exist, Honda would be the best character in the game. Honda was also... I mean, Honda was just ass in 4. But... yeah. G Fireball, Falk Fireball, Dawson Fireball, Kage Fireball doesn't count. Yeah. I mean, honestly, as Honda, I usually just take the throw. Like, I don't fuck around with the counter hits. I like take the throw and like backdash out and get back to what I was doing. Yeah, as I was saying, Manat doesn't really have a good punish for medium punch headbutt. At least I don't think. Manat is just like a different take on the Dalsim style. Like Poison, Dalsim, and Manat really weren't built to really weren't built to like go down on Honda because Manat does zone Honda, but her zoning is really bad against Honda because once an orb is out, we can kind of just headbutt it in for free, and then the orb is like fucking miles away, and we're pressuring their corner, and the orb is still mid screen. That shit's hilarious. Like actually, he doesn't have good punishes on Honda's shit. I don't think she can punish butt slam either. I could be mistaken. And the damage as well. The long limb characters like Manat, Poison, and Dalsim kind of just get fucked over by Honda's design as a whole. So same reasons why Poison sucks is basically the same reason why Manat sucks. I would say it's a little bit better for Manat than Poison, but it's still not like... Honda's a counter pick against Manat. Nakali. This is weird. I think this might be the only 5-5. Well, it's definitely not. We still have characters to go. He has a Seismo. It's not a real fireball, but it builds V meter. His punish on on medium punch headbutt is a sweep, but that's good for him because he's a grappler. His pressure kind of also fucks with Honda's defense as well because his light kick doesn't go as far as it needs to go to take advantage of frames. He's a looping command grab that doesn't really do much damage. Honda's a command grab. Actually, yeah, I would. Minus the V-trigger part, I'm pretty sure it is in Honda's favor. The fireball isn't really much of a concern. Yeah. Now that you mention it, fuck. It's like another case where the fireball is kind of not real, so it doesn't really affect Honda. He has a counter to butt slam. V-reversal's alright, but he doesn't really want V-reversal because he wants V-trigger. I mean, yeah, same reason why Kage sucks in this matchup, but just worse for Nakali, actually, because this doesn't have a multi-hitting fireball. Minus that one, thunderclap thing he has. Disc of Guidance. Is what it's called? I don't remember. But even then, that shit doesn't work. Nash. It's just another character with a fireball. Same reason why it sucks for Honda with Guile. Yeah, you can headbutt over the Seismos as well. Same reason why Honda Guile sucks is the same reason why Honda Nash sucks, except Nash's fireball game is weaker. Yeah. Nash's ground game is just as good as Guile's. It's just a different version of Guile's. These are basically the same character, but one's charge and one's one charge and one's motion, and Nash doesn't have that multi-hitting fireball V-skill like Guile has. Armika. I don't know. I don't know enough about Armika. It seems like if you just play right, Armika can't get in, but Armika's just so volatile that she can get in and fuck up Honda. Actually, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I haven't played enough Mika players yet. I played against Chocote and Joey, but they're like better than me. But then like all the other Mika players are like a lot worse than me. So my only way to know. It totally could be even. She has a pretty good punish on headbutt. She can fuck up the headbutt anti-air as well with her dive kick. Or body splash. I wouldn't say it's in Mika's favor. If both players are playing on point, to me, it feels like it's 5-5. She doesn't have a fireball. If she had a fireball, it would completely fuck up Honda. That's all I'm saying. But she has enough tools. Like, her tools are fair enough to get in, but also her pressure is not built in a way that is impossible for us to check or escape. Rashid. Yeah, this is also a bad matchup for Honda. Rashid's fireball isn't necessarily real, but his fireball pressure loops are. They're extremely real. We can't check them. We just can't check his pressure as much as other characters can. He has a tool for like all. He has a tool for like almost all the stuff that Honda has. Future 1 can completely change the pace of a match. Rashid's offense is just too strong. That's the thing. His triangle jumps in the corner as well. Yeah. Rashid's things just work. Rashid's triangle jumps in the corner can kind of just fuck over Honda. Yup. 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 Alright, Ryu. Oh boy. Oh yeah, no, this is 3.5. Yeah. I would say it would be 4-6, but parry exists, and I forgot about that for a second. Parry completely shuts down butt slam. His fireballs aren't as good as Guile's, but he can kind of do them whenever. He doesn't have to worry about charge. He can just play on point and not lose, which is the problem. Honda can usually exploit something down here with these characters, but if these, like, with the 4-6 characters, Honda can exploit something, although he won't get as many chances to do it. He can still exploit it. Poor fire, Chun-Li, Cody have poor fireballs, Akuma's poor health, Laura's thunderclaps being weird, Nash's fireballs kind of sucking, and Rashid, just having good defense against Rashid. But, like, you have to, like, seriously outplay all the characters at the top to win matchups against them. There's no, like, thing you can exploit. It's just a fireball game that's extremely hard to navigate because of the shitty jump arc. And we have to spend meter to go through their fireballs. Same reason why... yeah, same reason for why it sucks with Ken. Except Ken does not punish... Ryu doesn't punish nearly as much stuff as Ken. But Ryu's parry completely shuts down butt slam. And his fireball is slightly better. And his throw. His throw is really good as well. Sagat. Sagat's even? Cap. What the... I don't know. Sagat is just Ryu without the... Sagat's just Ryu with a tiger knee. And Ryu is just Sagat with a donkey kick. Ryu and Sagat's fireball frames are similar as well. But it's just that Ryu has a parry, and that completely shuts down butt slam. But you can kind of sneak in butt slam sometimes against Sagat. What sucks is Sagat players have to be on point all the fucking time. You know that? V skill 1 tiger shots, B with V trigger, and punish him to the corner with V shift. Push him, yeah. That's one way to play the matchup. I usually just build V meter and then try to EX headbutt through fireballs and then abuse V trigger mix to my advantage. I feel like this is just, it could be, you know, with that, I don't know, man. I feel like Sagat goes here, like in the middle of these two. What the fuck? Wait, did I move someone? No, Colleen, you go here. One of these two categories. Sagat's overall like mix isn't as good as Ryu's, I would say. And his low tiger shots are kind of sucky compared to Ryu's regular fireball. And Tiger Knee doesn't really do much in this matchup, if anything. If anything, it kind of, him having Tiger Knee kind of fucks him over because EX Donkey Kick is just so good. I would say this would be 5 point. No, that's 6-4. It's 4-6. Stop peer pressuring me. I feel like you're right, but also I just struggle in this matchup. I just need more experience. I'll have to hit up like Kevin or something later. Play this one more. His fireballs suck compared to Ryu's. His mix suck compares to Ryu's. He's a DP. I'll try that V-shift strategy. I mean, honestly, if you're saying that it's 5.5 with Sagat, you're probably onto something. Because I don't usually do the V-shift shit as much as other players like to do. Sakura, I'll put this here. Can't throw out a light headbutt. That's that. Light headbutt is completely shut down by a button. Stand light kick. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Spaceboy knows, dude. Spaceboy can back me up on this one. Fireball as well. Honestly, Clap isn't that bad in this matchup, but still. Spaceboy knows. Oliver knows. It's just classic Shoto shit, but we can't throw out light headbutt. Honda's a matchup you have to learn individually. A lot of other characters you can kind of just understand what to do, but you need like extra practice versus Honda because there's just so much bullshit you have to deal with. The only context where you can use a light punch headbutt is if Sakura is crouching. Alright, Sniffles, don't get ahead of yourself. I don't want to have to commentate a first of 5. I'm kidding. Urian. Fuck this character. We can't OS the headbutts. The EX headbutts. The mix completely fucks with Honda. Urian kind of out neutrals Honda. The V-Skill 2 Fireball kind of fucks with Honda as well. Urian is a good punish on headbutts as well. You could be playing like really well, and then you can still lose against Urian like Aegis Reflector bullshit. Which sucks, because you have to deal with the Aegis Reflector literally every round. Honda's zoning can be like completely negated by like a V-Skill 2 Fireball dash up or just like EX tackle into Aegis Reflector. But that's with like every character, to be honest. Urian is just a bullshit character design. He's like actually unfair. Move this up a little bit. I don't know. Urian out buttons. Urian has a really good anti-air. He has a if he's on point, you can stuff a butt slam with a crouch heavy punch, although it's hard. Teep kick kind of fucks with him. His fireball, you have to use V skill 1 in this matchup because you want to negate fireballs a little bit. But even then, as much as you would be negating fireballs, you can just get up a V skill 2 and completely fuck you over that way. Bison. Put it there. The character is just too slow. I feel like if you outpatient the M Bison and just get a key couple headbutts in and just zone proper, there's nothing the Bison player can really do. Because even if the Bison player is just doing like regular like Bison pressure, like the throw will just kind of throw Honda outside of Bison's pressure range, and Honda will be doing the things he does again. I still think this matchup's in Bison's favor just for the sheer fact of all the EX you get in for free moves. Honda's like so volatile. Like I don't think like I used to think this matchup was horrible for Honda, but like the more and more I like look at Bison, the more I think to myself like, man, it's not that bad, but like you have to play like so patiently. If Bison had a fireball, it would not be in his favor. But he has EX fireball. I mean, yeah, like we both like turtle and then pressure, but like Bison just has a little bit more like get in for free moves than Honda. Like we kind of blow up his spacing traps with light punch hands. A lot of spacing traps that would be good that Bison would use against most characters, we can kind of just blow it with like light punch hands. So he has to play a little bit more reserved on offense. But like, I don't know. It's like it's doable. This matchup's doable. Zangief. Um, Only reason you really lose this matchup is if you get bullshitted out. I feel like Zangief has no fireball. He could flex a. That flex actually fucks him over a little bit. You could flex headbutts. Yeah, this is in Honda's favor. 6.5. Sheesh. I mean, buffering flex randomly is pretty good for Zangief. Random flex into SPD is good, but you usually only get light punch SPD. V shift is also huge in this matchup. Yeah, that's Geef's kind of design. He has to make big guesses to get in, and for the most part, we're setting the pace of the match. Have you ever been doing like hands pressure and Zangief just randomly SPDs through it? That shit's so annoying. You guys know, bro. You just been doing shit and Zangief randomly EX SPDs through that shit. It's like, holy fuck. I swear to God, EX SPD randomly has invincibility frames. Seku. Are you serious? Even like light punch hands? I'm pretty sure light punch hands from forward heavy kick is a block string. I don't know about, I don't know if medium punches, but I don't know. Definitely in our favor though. Zeku. Yeah, his fireballs aren't necessarily real. Young Zeku mode kind of just is not good to use Honda, to use against Honda. And then if Honda gets a life lead, it completely fucks over old Zeku. I wouldn't say it's 6.5, but Zeku's design and both his stances kind of get fucked over by Honda. Like, if Honda gets a life lead against Zeku in old form, Zeku can't really do much but, like, slowly work his way in, and headbutts are just so much more rewarding than his grams. And then young Zeku can't really do anything to get in. Not only that, but if he's in young Zeku mode, like, we can just butt slam for free. I don't think I need to elaborate on this one that much. Gil, what do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know. Parry, fuck Parry. Two-frame parry is the bane of my existence. I might put it here. Slightly? V-Skill 1 is good in this matchup. Actually, you guys are right. Holy fuck. V-Skill 1 was the only matchup that I put before the V-Skill 1 buffs. V-Skill 1 was the only time. I mean, Gil and Nash were the only people I used V-Skill 1 against. Once you have meter, he can't use fireballs, yeah. Butt Slam is gone. But, like, I guess it's not necessarily a big deal if you just play your down back incorrectly. Gapless EX butt slam to get in. Yeah, I usually don't risk it. I always fuck that shit up. Like, honestly, there's no reason to get in with EX butt slam if you're just zoning proper with the EX headbutt. I would want to save the meter for EX headbutt anyways, because then you can't use fireballs. Yeah. It's not that bad, but I feel like a good guild player can't fuck up and abuse Honda's shit. Honda's defense against Gil's, like, ice fireball, like, weird pressure lockdown shit mid-screen. He kind of gets fucked over by that, and he also gets fucked over in the corner as well. That's the only thing leading me to say it's, like, 4-6. I mean, V-Trigger 2 kind of got fucked over once V-Shift was introduced. Yeah. That probably is only one of the only contexts that Gil would use V-Trigger 2. Yeah, I mean, Ice Traps died once for the mix-ups once V-Shift came out. A lot of guild players recently have been picking V-Trigger 2 against me and then like putting an Ice Trap on the floor and literally like I can't do anything once that shit's on the floor. You can do it like 3 times, I think. That's pretty good. I might put him there then. Like straight up, like a V-Trigger that completely shuts down headbutt like that and shuts down him from walking forward, that's really good. I feel like if the guild player is on point. It's a 4-6. Seth. Seth is not 6.5. Actually. I don't know. I think Seth might either be 6'4 or 6.5. I think it's 6'4. Seth has just too many options to get in. If Seth didn't have the dive kick, it'd be 6.5. Seth's V-Skill 2 shuts down V-Skill charge. He doesn't have a fireball. He has the V-Trigger 2 like mix-up basketball thing. But that doesn't really... Seth is worse? I don't think so. We can kind of just down back this whole matchup. Like, Seth has tools to get in. But, like, I feel like you can blow up Seth way easier than you can with Cammy. Well, that's probably because Cammy's dive kicks can be plus the toes, while Seth's can really only tap you. I feel like it's 6'4". Yeah. I mean, for the same reasons why for the same reasons why Cammy struggles against Honda is the same reasons why Seth struggles against Honda, but it's just the sheer fact that Cammy has the better dive kicks. The gameplay style is not like is kind of the same. It's just Cammy has a better dive kick. I would say it was also 6'4" last season when Seth was broken. Rose. I don't know much about Rose, to be honest. I feel like Rose could go here. Nah. Yeah, nah. I mean, Rose does have a counter to EX Blood Slam with EX Spiral. Her Fireball lockdown is insane. The frames on her Fireball, I'm pretty sure, are actually kind of ass. Huh. This is a matchup I don't have enough experience with. V-Skill 2 fucks over Honda. That orb thing that she has now also fucks over Honda. I feel like once Rose can get the set play she needs going, it's 6'4", but it isn't impossible just because Rose anti-air is trash. Her anti-air DP, like, hit grab thing sucks so much. That's probably why it sucks. Dan. I mean, yeah, Honda's a good sub for anybody, to be honest. You can learn Honda in like a couple days. Easy mode. I'm waiting for Aura, though. I'm really excited for Aura. Dan. Dan the man. I think Dan sucks, therefore it's 6.5. Dan just sucks so much, dude. You can, like, do whatever. The Fireball is non-existent. He has, like, it's weird. I tested this out literally, like, a couple hours before I went live. Dan has a punish on medium punch headbutt, but there's a range where if you medium punch headbutt at a specific, like, range, like, Dan can't punish it with his crouch medium punch. It's so weird. I don't understand what phenomenon it is, but it is weird. Dan just sucks so bad. He's worse Kage, I feel like. You can kind of EX headbutt through a lot of his weird V-skill cancel pressure. You can just do whatever, and eventually things will work out in your favor. Because Dan's damage is just awful. His Oki is awful as well. His Oki being awful means he has to get in, and we can just go back to zoning. And Lucio. She has no good punish for medium punch headbutt, only a stand medium kick. Her Fireball is ass. Her ways to get on our ass. Weak zone basically the whole time. She has no good, like, traps or anything for Honda. Same reason why, yeah, Cammy, Seth, Lucia, and Karen all kind of suck for the same reason. Yeah, free trip with forward heavy kick as well. Yeah, I think we're done here. Cool. I'm going to screenshot this. Looks like we're done. Sweet. We're going to put this on Twitter. You guys can look at my Steam for a minute. I'm just going to make sure there's no porn on the Twitter timeline before I post. Alright, sweet. Honda MU chart. MU chart. My opinion is definitive and correct. Honda is volatile character this season and can be easily counter or picked by any character with a serviceable fireball. I can't spell. Usually after I misspell stuff, I'll go with Google. I'm not going to stream the summer update. I don't think my reaction is worth anything yet. I'll be shitting my pants at anything they show me. I'll see Oro stand medium kick and I'll shit myself. But I'm not cool enough for people to want to watch my reaction. And also I have to like sign up to become like a streamer or something so I don't get like DMCA'd midstream. Yeah. Okay. Cool stream. Cool stream. I think we did enough for now. I was planning on doing commentary, but I feel like I'll save that for tomorrow. Or do like a how to play Honda guide or some shit like that. Don't know yet.